Hello everyone and welcome to Leah's Cross Stitch Corner. This is FlossTube number, I just checked and I've already forgotten. I think it's number 52, but it could be 53. Either way, we're well into the 50s by now. So that's all that really matters, let's be honest. Hey God, what chaos. So it's not going to be a busy one this month because I haven't got a lot going on. At all. So how's everyone doing? Are you all okay? Have you all had a good month? It's been a bit of a quiet month for us. Obviously my birthday you knew about from my last video, but Graham's had his birthday, which is nice. It took ages. Like, his birthday is 2 weeks and a day after mine, but it took so long to come round that, I mean, for him it must have felt endless. There's no way if it was the other way around I would have been okay with that. Not at all. I'd have been like, no. Swap birthdays. But it came and we had a lovely time. So I had 5 days off, which was amazing. He loved all of his presents. And then we've not done much more else than that. We were meant to go out on this Friday gone to go and see the new Mission Impossible, the last one. But we had to take Biscuit to the vet anyway. We had to take Biscuit to the vet because she had an issue. But she's all good, don't worry, she's on some antibiotics, hopefully she'll be okay. So yeah, it's been a little bit of a higgledy-piggledy kind of month. Birthdays, and then obviously disappointing not to go out, but we got our fish and chips, which was nice. So Biscuit came around the shops with us after she'd been at the vets. She's quite a social guinea pig, she quite likes being out and about. So where Cardi's a little bit nervous and anxious, Biscuit is a bit of a social guinea pig. And the amount of people who were trying to look at her in the cage is like, what's that? What's that? Like, people are really nosy. Though, to add, I would be just as nosy, so I don't really have too many legs to stand on with that one, I'm afraid. Like my t-shirt, this is one I got last year from the Edinburgh Zoo. I haven't really been able to wear it because it was a bit tight fitting because it was a ladies one. I like the men's t-shirts because they're nice and big and relaxed, where the ladies ones are like fitted, but it fits now. Woohoo! I only have one whip, but I do have a finish. I have 2 finishes and 2 FFOs, and Graham has, so that's the same. So they're a finish and an FFO, not 2 finishes and 2 FFOs. I don't have my notebook here. I've just chosen chaos today, so we're just going to roll with it, it's fine. And Graham has an FFO. Woohoo! So they're just over here, so I'm going to have to bring them a bit closer. It's gonna be it's a really chaotic day. So it's Sunday the 25th of May as I'm filming this. I like to get it done just a week before it goes up, just so I'm sure it's done and I don't have to worry about it. We've had Tesco this morning and they had absolutely no 0% fat yogurt. So obviously I'm on Slimming World, so 0% fat yogurt is free. I get the Tesco 0% fat Greek yogurt and Graham gets the high protein 0% fat yogurt. And they had none at all. No sliced carrot either, which I want for my salads for dinner this week. None. So we've had to put an extra order in from Amazon with Morrison's to come this morning. But it's just, Tesco's becoming an absolute nightmare. The reliability, for starters. Like, you've had no yogurt. I know they will have had yogurt. I know. I have been a picker. I know what it's like. So that's what's even more frustrating, because I know, clearly the picker just couldn't be bothered, because unless there's some kind of national dairy shortage, which I highly doubt, there's no reason we couldn't get our yogurt. We don't have any spare. Like, we run it quite tightly because shopping is really expensive. We're literally, it's like week to week for groceries at the moment. We're not able to get like extra tins, extra anything, because it's just too expensive. It's crazy. I wish our little village has a co-op, which is really expensive. I wish they would build a small supermarket. So not a Tesco Extra or that really the expensive, the Express, not the Tesco Express, I should say. The really expensive Tesco, like the small one. But like a proper Tesco, what was the first one I said? Like the big Tesco or a Lidl or an Aldi. A Lidl or an Aldi would be absolutely amazing here in the village. It would be so busy. if that was the case, I would just go down there and get our shopping like every few days. I wouldn't be messing about with getting like shopping every week. I'd just go every few days and pick up what we need. So, should we get into some cross stitch stuff? I have no purchases, by the way. None. Nada. Zero. So I'm going to go with the smallest finish first and work our way up. So, Little Guinea Stitching has a new pattern coming out. It is live now if you would like to go and purchase it. And it's called, I don't know what it's called because we haven't actually named it yet. I've only just finished it recently. But I'm going to call it Where's the Cue Ball Going? And if that doesn't tell you what it might be about, perhaps you don't watch the sport I'm talking about. So this is a snooker based pattern. Now we love snooker. I love having the snooker on, sitting and reading. I can like, normally I need absolute silence, like not even people moving around or anything because it's just irritating. I need absolute silence to read and like to be comfortable and like I say, nobody running around or can hear noises or whatever. I like to be fully quiet. But I can have the snooker on when I'm reading because it's quite relaxing and chill. So we love the snooker. It was the World Championships at the end of April, beginning of May. Zhao Jingtong won it. It was amazing. And John Virgo has a very famous saying. If you watch snooker, you would know. And it's, where's the cue ball going? And if the cue ball's headed towards the corner pocket, any of the pockets, not just the corner pocket, all corner pockets apart from the middle ones. This is going to be that kind of video. I'm so sorry. I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place, right? Because yesterday, somebody tried to put a payment on my Monzo card. So Monzo stopped it. It was only for 67 pence. I don't know what the heck it was, to be frank. It certainly wasn't me. I was sat watching the offer at the time. And it's kind of got me all higgledy-piggledy because I can't buy anything. Not that I want to buy anything, but if I wanted to buy something, I can't because I'm waiting for my new card to come. And it's certainly a first world problem because it's great that Monzo figured out there was an issue and declined it. And we're like, right, we think it's being fraudulently used. We're going to send you a new card. But there was a book coming out today that I wanted to get. And I can't buy it without having to go through the rigmarole of transferring money from my Monzo to my other account. And in the end, I just gave up. I just went, oh, screw this. I just couldn't be bothered. It's so frustrating. I've had it with me Santander a few times. I'm just looking for a blanket because I'm quite chilly. Where they kind of keep guessing my information or whatever. Or it's insecurely stored somewhere and they get it. So I don't use that one anymore, apart from direct debits that I've already got coming out, because I kind of rather change it. It's too much hassle. But this is the first time it's happened on my Monzo card. I've had my Monzo account for a year and a half or so now. And it just really unsettles you because you've got to wait for the card to come through. Maybe I've got some subscriptions that are going to come out before I get the new card, and then they're not going to come out, and oh god, it's annoying. Who's trying to use my card for 67 pence? It was something called her, something or other. I don't know what it is. I genuinely don't know what it is. And if you try and steal my money, you're going to go for more for 67 pence, surely. I have no idea. No idea at all. The funniest one was Santander. The last time it happened on there, they were trying to order a Papa John's pizza. Like, alright. How have you done that? Oh god. It just, it completely throws me off. It just makes me feel like insecure and like my money's vulnerable. Not that I've got loads of money, but jeez. Anyway, that's why I'm all over the place. I'm just explaining it. So I gave up on that book. I was like, can I be bothered to try and figure out how to move the money around? It was annoying me. So it's fine. I clearly wasn't meant to have it, so that's fine. So, Little Guinea Stitching, new pattern, available now if you want to go and get it. It's called Where's the Cue Ball Going? And here it is. Look at it in its lovely frame. So we were debating whether to put it in a white frame or a black frame. And the white frame would have popped better in our bedroom, but the black frame, it just looks so much better. Like, overall, I don't know if you would agree. So it says, where's the cue ball going? 2 triangles that the balls go in. 15 red balls. And then all of the other colours. Black, blue, pink, white, yellow, brown and green. And then a snooker frame. And obviously, no inside stitches because we've done it on our guinea green fabric. So just bring it in so you can see it better. How amazing does that look? Obviously, it's relatively simple. It's probably not going to be hugely popular because, you know, you've got to like snooker, you've got to understand kind of like what the reference is. But it's amazing. Like, if there's any males in your life or any female, you know, I'm not gendering who should like snooker. But if there's anybody who likes snooker, loves John Virgo like we do, that's why we did it, because we love John Virgo. And we love every time the ball goes near the pocket. Like, where's the cue ball going? It's like a whole thing. So yeah, love that. I'll just go in a bit closer so you can see it a bit more. It's really windy today. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's really windy. We might be having a barbecue today. Oh God, it's raining. We're still going to be having it, but it might be that we're having it indoors. So yeah, love that one. So it's available now if you want to go and purchase it. It's been a bit of a quiet month, sales wise, which is bizarre because we've had the 10% off sale on. So you've actually missed out on that because it's June now, so it's probably ended. But like, it's a little bit disappointing. We were hoping it might, you know, inspire a few people who've been gotten our stuff in the baskets or whatever to be like, ooh, we'll grab this while it's on offer, and maybe grab a couple more, because I'm quite like that. If I see something on offer, I'm kind of like, well, I could just get this and this and this. So that one's available now. We haven't had too many other pattern releases this month. I say this month, I mean May. But there are a few coming, so I'm not going to give any hints or anything. We like to work on them in a little bit of secrecy. Just because, you know, it makes it more wow factor when we do actually come to release it and stuff. But keep your eyes peeled on Instagram at Little Guinea Stitching for any news and updates. We're hopefully going to have some more fabrics coming soon. They could be opalescent, but my lips are sealed. I mean, chucking away the key. But yeah, just keep your eyes peeled. We did reach 500 followers on Instagram, which was amazing. So we threw a little giveaway. We're working on a new stitch, and this is going to be probably the next big release, because this one doesn't really, it's not that it doesn't count or there's anything wrong with it or anything. It's a lovely little stitch, and I think it was so much fun. I stitched it myself. It took me about 2 or 3 days, not long at all. It was a lovely stitch to do, very therapeutic, just stitching away on that snooker frame, the table frame. But we've got a big one coming, a really big one, and it looks amazing. And we were going to use that for the giveaway and be like, can you name this 90s film? Now, Graham is a movie buff, so to him it was obvious. To me it was obvious because I knew it. But if I hadn't known it, I wouldn't have known it, because it's not the type of film I would normally watch. Long story short, I think it baffled and puzzled everybody. So a couple of people knew what it was. Actually, I think only one, Holly. But it was Fargo. Long story short, it was Fargo. So we took that down because we were like, nobody's going to enter this because nobody knows what it is. So we just went with, tell us your favourite 90s film. And we got some fantastic answers. We're going to try and do that a little bit more. Not necessarily with a giveaway, because you might not always have something to give away. But like, we're going to have a little bit more interaction and ask questions and try and just get people involved. Because it's been amazing watching the comments kind of roll in. And there were some good films. Really good films. Clueless. Amazing. I said that Graham's favourite 90s film was The Shawshank Redemption. Mine is Armageddon. It probably isn't Armageddon, but I love Armageddon so much. That's what I went with. Summers was Home Alone. And Fluffy really liked Basic Instinct, but the rest of the guinea pigs don't watch movies. They don't. But Fluffy's the big movie buff. She loves movies. But we got some other good answers. Someone said Clue. Clueless. Someone said Labyrinth, but we think that's an 80s film, and they did go, is that 90s? Is it? All kinds. There was all kinds. But it was really good interaction. It was good for everybody just to pitch in and give their thoughts and share what they liked in the 90s. And we've added some good films to our list to watch anyway. So that's a win. Now, next up. It's a biggie. Oh, I don't know why I keep yawning. I don't know why I'm so tired. I'm always tired. Always. So, for Graham's birthday, for my birthday, we got the Mermaid of Tubataha framed. So Graham said, will you frame my chopping wall? I was like, absolutely. You tell me what frame you want, order the frame, and if you frame it, I will give it to you. That's literally how it happened. I have no shame, okay? Also, I cannot frame things. I cannot do it. It is impossible for me to do it. First off, I don't have the patience. That's a big one. Second off, I don't have the patience. But third off, I don't have the skill. No skill. No skill. I'll get frustrated with it before I even got to needing the skill. And I would give up and go, nope, too hard. I think even Graham finds it tricky, to be quite honest. He's really good at it, but I think even he finds it tricky. Like, I see why people go to professional framers, because, oh my god, they're worth the weight in gold. Just really expensive. Which I'm sure they're worth the money and they're worth the weight in gold, like I say, but a little bit out of our budget. So we do it ourselves, or rather, Graham does it. So here is the framed chopping mall. We're still trying to decide where to put it, because there's no room in the bedroom, as you will note from last time when I did the room tour. Our room, as Michelle said, is not very minimalist. I think it was Michelle. It was Michelle or Nicola. And it's not. No. It's full of stuff. So here it is, all the way back just so you can see it. Obviously the glass is in, or the plastic, or whatever it is. So you can't see it hugely well, but it looks amazing. I can't wait to see where we do put it, because it is stunning. But, like, it is quite gothic. Ow! I hit myself in the nose. So, like, it has to go somewhere, like, you know, to fit in with the theme. But that would be the bedroom, but there's no room in the bed. I don't know. Either way. Right, I'm going to bring it forward and attempt. Oh, I'm going to struggle, I think. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to put it like that, on there, like that. And just hold it up slightly, just so you can see it like that. Because you have seen the finish, where I try to see it in the frame, and just to see how nice it looks and how good Graham's framed it. I'll move my head out the way, actually. So, not that anybody asked, but the frame is from Easy Frames. And they do custom frames, they do standard frames, they're who we always use for our framing needs. This is not a sponsored or affiliate link, I'm afraid. But if they want to give me one, by all means. I do have over 800 subscribers. I do, yeah. Stuck there, but, you know, not that I'm bitter about that or anything. Just want to reach 1,000. I think that's a nice round number, and I'll be happy with that. So, yeah, it looks amazing. And I think once we get it on the wall, I might have to do a little video showing you where we've decided to put it, actually. And I can show you the mermaid in action as well. Like, where she lives now. Because she lives on the landing, like I told you last time. So yeah, really happy with that. I did an excellent job framing this and picking the frame. We'll pretend I was involved in the entire process. We all know I wasn't. And then, last but not least, is my finish. Oh dear. And FFO, apologies, boobs askew. So, I had a finish this month, woohoo, apart from the snooker one, which was obviously only took a few days. A big finish. Probably my biggest. It was the only one I was working on, if you remember from last time. And you didn't know about the snooker one at that point. So, I have finally finished the No Time Like the Present Stitch Along. And I finished it the Friday before last. Because we were watching Wicked, which was really good, by the way. So, that was the 23rd, because I got paid on then. 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. The 16th of May, I finished this one. So, I'd started it on the 14th of February, 2024, and finished it on the 16th of May, 2025. So, just over a year. And I'm quite happy with myself, because it looks amazing. So, this one is huge, and it's in a really heavy frame. Like, this is the heaviest frame I've ever felt in my life. So here it is. It's done. It's done. Yeah, so you're watching Wicked. It was just after my birthday. And was it the 16th? It must have been. And Wicked was really good. I was loving, like, not necessarily singing along, but I was loving listening along to all the songs and stuff. It was really, really good. And here it is. Here it is. Now, I'm going to try and go in, because you haven't actually seen this one finished, because I framed it, or Graham framed it. I didn't frame it, obviously. So you haven't actually seen this one or by itself, so I'll show you. This is in a frame we already had. I don't know where it was purchased. It was a frame we already had downstairs. And there is a matching one in the living room, right? So this is hung in the living room now. That's where it lives. And there's a matching frame. And I was thinking of doing the other stitch along from Modern Folk Embroidery. That kind of matches this one from 2022. But it's taller. I think it's longer and taller, in fact. So that all my plans for that went out the window, which was a little bit annoying. Because I thought they were going to be similar size, so it was going to be like, perfect. Do this one here. Do that one from 2022. They're both going to fit in the frames. They're both thematically, like, together and work really well. And then I was checking the stitch count. And it's taller and longer. So obviously, this fits the frame perfectly. So evidently, it ain't going to fit. So the chances of me finding another design that is going to fit perfectly into a frame like this is probably slim to none. I'd say like 1 in a million. But, never mind. I'll work something out and see what I can do. I could potentially take some rows off. But I don't really want to mess with perfection. And, you know, obviously it's been done with the idea of being as tall as it is and as wide as it is. So, I'm a little bit undecided on that. Bit of a bummer, not gonna lie. It was a bit of a bummer to realise that it was actually taller and longer. I'm glad I didn't already purchase it, because then I'd be like, oh, God, now where am I going to put it? But I still do want to stitch that, is the problem. So, who knows? So, God, it's heavy. I'm not going to be able to hold it for long. I don't even know what you're seeing at this point because I can't even see the viewfinder. I'm just going to do my best to try and show it off. Let's go back up. Sorry, I know it's poor, but it's really heavy. Like, this is a proper wood. Like a proper, I don't know, oak. I don't know. I don't know trees very well. Or woods. Wood? I don't know. But I'm so chuffed with it. It looks absolutely amazing. It was just such hard work. I'm going to have to put it down. It's really heavy. It hurts my arms. I don't have arm strength, as we established from the last video. When I was trying to hold the camera up, it just didn't work. So yeah, I finished it! Woohoo! Finally. So I've only got one whip again. I started something else. I'm not taking off its Q-snap. It's perfectly placed because I just did it last night. So I can't tell you when I started it because I ain't got my notebook. I'm really organised today. But this is the Books Are Magic cross stitch pattern by Counting Puddles. Here is the finished article if you'd like to see it. So I got this one from 123 Stitch because I just love how they come. I'd already got one from her before and I saw it and I was like, I'm going to have to do this. I love books, as you know. And it looks so lovely. So I'm stitching it at the moment. I've only been working on it for about 2 or 3 days. I stitched it a little bit of it the other day while we were watching Paddington in Peru. Also very good. And I went wrong. So I had to pull out a little bit that I'd done and redo it. And I redid it last night while we were watching Brian Cox. Fantastic, by the way. Like, he makes my head spin with everything that he talks about. And a lot of it just goes whew, straight over my head. But some of it I can pick up. And what I've learned is stars go boom. But stars don't just go boom. Stars go boom, and then they go bigger. And they go brighter. And then they go boom. So if a star dies, right, and you're learning this from the horse's mouth, Brian Cox, the absolute #1 physicist, Professor Brian, it loses all of its... I think it runs out of fuel, he says, and gravity's pressing on it, because you learned that last night, and it just dies. But it doesn't just die, it gets all hot, and it gets all excited, and it goes bigger, boom, and it goes really, 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 really big. It goes red as well, and then it does go boom. So yeah, you're welcome. Just call me a physicist. I'm a physicist. The rest of it, I don't really understand. we're all atoms and molecules and stuff. I don't know what you're talking about. He said the other day, right? We live in a solar system. Stay with me, right? We live in a solar system called the Milky Way. But within, and that's a galaxy. But within our galaxy, there is 100 billion other suns, stars. And, no, within our galaxy, there's another 100 billion solar systems, or something. And in those solar systems, there's another 100 billion stars and suns. They're the same. I don't know why we call them two different things, but they're the same. And then there's another 100 billion galaxies or something. Like, there's the Milky Way, but then there's 100 billion more, which all have 100 billion suns. So, like, it's mind-blown. It's mind-blown. We are only alive because of the sun. Like, if the sun went, we wouldn't be alive. And it all started from a big cloud of gas and dust, and the sun was born, and planets were born. I should really set up a YouTube channel for Leah Explains the Universe in her own way. I think it would be a success. Even, like, Brian clearly understands it, right? And he's trying to make us understand it in a way that makes sense. But to be honest, the thought of hundreds upon billions of stars, which are suns, and there's hundreds of billions of planets, and there's infinite space and interstellar space, and space is just vast and empty, but it's not empty because there's galaxies. Oh, it blows my mind. So we've gone from Carl Pilkington, an idiot abroad, to Professor Brian Cox, the cleverest man I've ever heard in my life. I love him, by the way. I just find him very baffling. Not him, the process. Because, like, I couldn't be a scientist because there's no right answer. So we were watching one on gravity last night, and Isaac Newton did lots of theories of gravity, right? But they were wrong. Because Albert Einstein came along, and he said, actually, it's all curved. Or something. So it's not that Isaac was wrong. Obviously, you know, time passes and maybe you learn more. But it's all curved. But even Brian says, well, that's not the end of it. There's more to it than that. Well, yeah, but that was in the early 1900s. So, you know, when will we? Why are there no definitive answers? I like a definitive answer. I don't like a, well, this could happen. Or this could happen. Or this could happen. Or this could happen. I like a definitive answer. So I couldn't be a scientist, I'm afraid. It just wouldn't work for me. Anyway, back to the cross stitch. Now that I've thoroughly bamboozled you all, but I think you should watch the theory of life. Jesus, the wonders of the solar system, which we've watched, and we're now watching the wonders of the universe, and then we have the wonders of life, and then we're gonna find some more. So here is where I am with this cross stitch. Now that I've thoroughly bamboozled you all, so I've done the word magic, and look at all the colour changes. I love it. It's like just 3 colours. And then the text, but I just love it. And then the little backstitch florally, the little backstitch swirly thing. I don't know what you call it. I'm sure it's got a name. Curlicue. I don't know if that's right. So I'm not very far. I have only just been working on this a little bit because I was getting my No Time present finished. Then I was doing Where's the Cue Ball. But I'm pretty happy with that. Really happy with that. I am going to get a few starts in because I kind of just like, we're watching The Offer at the minute with Miles Teller. It's really good, by the way. It's about the making of The Godfather. I didn't know it existed until Graham was like, should we watch The Offer? I was like, what is The Offer? He's like, I've told you that. I've told you 100 times. It's about The Godfather. I went, He went, well, Miles Teller's there. I went, yes, let's watch The Offer then. I really like Miles Teller. We only finished it, actually. It's really good. And I couldn't be bothered to pick that one up because it's on a bit of dark fabric. And you know me, I'm a little bit about dark fabric. But it had to be. It's not that dark. It's not that bad. And I'm being a little bit dramatic. But I want to get some new starts. But I don't know what. So please tell me, what are you stitching? Would you recommend it? I want something fun. I want something... I don't know. I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to stitch these days. It used to be that I had too many and it was so easy to just pick something up, and now it just feels a little bit more difficult. And I just like, I don't fancy stitching that. I don't fancy stitching that. Give me some inspiration. Tell me what you're stitching. Tell me what I should be stitching. I'm waiting, you know, right? So I've got a couple of test stitches I'm going to be doing for Graham. And I'm going to be stitching something for my sister for her birthday. So I am waiting to get a couple of starts anyway, business related. And then obviously for my sister for her birthday, which is in August. And then I'm waiting as well for Lucy to release her new introverted pattern because I really want that. I want to stitch it immediately. And she's just waiting for the needle minders, so hopefully it'll be soon. But apart from that, I'm just not feeling inspired. And I don't want to start 3 and then I get the Lucy one if it gets released, and then I get the 2 that I'm waiting for, the test stitch and my sister's one, and then I'm swamped. I don't want to be swamped. So I'm just trying to be canny with it, you know. I want to start another mermaid. I am itching to start another mermaid. Because I miss it every time I look at my mermaid. I'm like, I want to stitch another one. I want to stitch another one. So I'm just going to have to resolve that. I'm just going to have to just pick something to stitch. Stop being so fussy. So obviously onto Graham's whips now. So he's working on the wedding sampler. I can't remember where he was. So you're just going to have to try and remember yourself. Like I said, this is the chaotic Floss Tube today. We're going for the full chaos. But as you can see, we know how tall it is now. Right, you get over there. And you go down there. Go. And you go up there. So we know how long it is. And it's all going to just connect up there as well. But here is where he's getting up to. Obviously, he's working on the top half. So he's getting all them little boxes and stuff done. It's very fiddly. I've spoken about this before. Historical sample ones are all very fiddly. And that's not a criticism by any means. It's just not my kind of style. I don't like full coverage. But I like fuller coverage. Like my mermaid. Like the No Time at the Present that uses like the negative space. I don't like the stoppy-starty nature of like these kinds of ones. Which is a bit terrible as I've got a few historical sample company ones to do. But I don't have that, I must stitch this because they are a little bit fiddlier. And to be honest, when you go wrong on them, which I inevitably do, makes it easier to spot the error because they are so delicate. And I know what you're going to say. Don't be a moron, Leah. And do you know what? If it were that easy, that's exactly what I would do. Eh, God. If I had brains, we'd all be in trouble. So that's coming along quite nicely. Obviously, Graham is test stitching something at the minute, so that's his primary focus. He's quite chuffed, actually, because he's downstairs at the minute. Working. And then we've got his cabin. Now, I believe this was started on or around August time, I want to say. Oh, I can show you the new needle mines that I got him for his birthday, actually. So this one, it's hard to see any huge progress because we've come to that little fiddly stage at the minute where it's just like bits and bobs he's getting filled in. But here we are with it. So this is the Dimensions Aurora cabin. It's all just going to fall down and embarrass me. Why not? There you go there. I just wanted to be able to show the full thing, but never mind. So here we are with it. So he's working down here, as you can see. He's doing like a tree or a telegraph pole or something. Is it a telephone pole? Am I American? Do Americans say telegraph poles? I have no idea. It's coming along quite nicely, you know, like I say, he's test stitched at the minute, which is taking his whole focus, because it looks really nice, by the way, what he's doing. It is 90s movie related, I can say that much, because we technically gave that much away in the Instagram post the other day. So yeah, it's coming along quite nice. I like when the light hits it. Because it stopped raining now, and the sun's come out. Which is good for a barbecue, so I'm not complaining. So I got him this needle minder for birthday. And this needle minder for birthday. So a snail from Bothy Threads and a lighthouse. Emma Louise designs, and both came from Very Crafty. Now, I was disappointed really, because this snail one came with a defect. Not this specific one. So I had to get in touch with them and be like, please can you send another one? Da, 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 da. And this one still isn't perfect. There is still scratches where the colour is. So that's a little bit disappointing. I wish they would just do them like this, I'll show you. Get off the stitch. Do it more like that, where it's like actually enamelled in, rather than like painted on or whatever it is. That's just my slight bugbear. I just don't like when things come, and it's obviously not their fault. They must get easily scratched. But that's the problem. You know, you should kind of be thinking about that when you're actually, you know... Oh, God, don't put it in there like that. You should be thinking of that. For me, you should be like, oh, actually, this scratch is really easy. Or, oh, a lot of people have returned this because, you know, it's not fit for purpose kind of thing. So... There should be like, well, how else can we make it so it's not going to cause issues? But what do I know? What do I know? Very little. Very little. So that's me. That's all my stitching. I don't have any purchases. Sorry, there's something on the table and it's mucky and it's driving me mad. There, that's better. No purchases. I have no plans. I want another start, I know for sure, but I don't know what. I'm hoping you might all tell me what you are working on, so I can go and have a look and maybe get a bit inspired. I'm trying to start a new mermaid. I am itching. And that's not going to help me on an evening watching a 40-minute TV show. I'm not going to do my mermaid then. It'll be my Sunday stitch as it usually... Wait. Sunday or Monday. No. Because I don't always get Mondays off. Saturday or Sunday stitch, because obviously we're having barbecues at the minute. So I might just wait until we actually stopped with barbecue season. Then start a mermaid for Sunday. For all my Sunday nights for like Nuffle and stuff. So we'll see. We'll see. I don't have much else to really share. We're watching The Offer at the minute, which is really good. I'm really enjoying it, like I say, with Miles Teller. Really fascinating history. I didn't know The Godfather went through so much to actually be made. Who knew? And I assume it's a tad dramatized. Dramatized? They make it more dramatic, is the word I'm trying to go for. You know, they ham it up probably a little bit. But it's really good. Running news. I am now running for 35 minutes in one go. It's crazy. So I can reach 4 kilometres and it usually takes me about 37 minutes. So like, I'm doing the Beyond... I finished Couch to 5k, I graduated, which was amazing. And I'm doing the Beyond Couch to 5k runs, which is basically a 35-minute run, some speed running, and then... I can't remember what the last one is. But I'm doing the 35-minute ones at the minute. I just keep trying them. So I run the 35 minutes, as Steve Cram tells me to. But then I'm so close to 4k that I do just keep going to get to 4k. Now, obviously, to run the 5k, I've got to go another 8 to 10 minutes. Which, at this moment in time, just feels like way too much. So I wish the Couch to 5k actually progressed you up naturally like that. Because I would feel a lot better about doing it. But I'm just going to push myself and keep going. But I'm really pleased with it. My pace is solid. Late 8 minutes, early 9 minutes. Sometimes it goes a little bit either way, but that's about the standard kind of pace I think I'm at, which is really good. So I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna lie, pretty happy with it. The run yesterday, it was cloudy, right, and overcast, but it was hot. It was really hot. It was probably the hottest I've ever run in so far. I was sweating. Every step was painful and difficult, and my breathing was all over the place. I was super thirsty. I was drinking from my water, and it was a struggle to get to the 35 minutes. The first time it wasn't, when I did it, which was a few days ago. It was difficult, but it, you know, I got there and it felt relatively easy. The run itself felt easy, but the getting to the end, like, it just got more and more difficult, and I was just like, oh my god. So yeah, so I've got, like, as I'm filming this, I've got about 4 weeks until my run. 4 weeks today. So I've only got to get 1 more kilometre in by that point. So to think, in March, I was running and struggling to run 60 seconds. I'm now running for 35 minutes on the go. Well, say 37, because I run about 37 to get to 4 kilometres. 37 minutes. So I'm going to start pushing it up to 40. And then 45. And just see where I lie. And then hopefully go from there. I'm planning to do the Great North Run next year. So we were watching the Manchester Marathon the other week, and I was like, ooh, do you know, I could do that. I could do, not the full marathon, I could do the half. I could do the Great North Run, which is a half, and the Manchester one was the half. The Great Manchester Run is a half marathon as well. So it is 13.1 miles. I want to say 20 to 25 kilometres. Now, bear in mind, I'm not even running 5 yet. But, you know, it gives me over a year to actually train and prep for that. So I think I might enter it. I think I might try and do the Great North Run next year. So it's in September. we're quite lucky. It kind of hits autumn time, which is going to be nice and cool-ish, which will be good. So yeah, stay tuned. I'll keep you updated on that. But I'm quite happy with my progress. Really happy with my progress. Apart from that, not much else is going on. Like I say, barbecue tonight. Oh, I can go again. Quite happy, can't wait for that. I love my barbecue. Weight loss wise, I'm slowly still losing a pound here, a pound there. I'm not going to be the weight I want to be for the wedding. I have come to terms with that. But I'm getting there. I feel like my body is changing. I feel like I do look slimmer. Even if the weight's not necessarily shown on the scale, I think it is shown in my body. So I'm hoping that means, like, with the running and the exercise I'm doing, I'm gaining muscle and burning fat. But we'll see. I've set my goal weight as well. 12 stone. That's what I want to get to. So I've got... It's the door slam. Yeah, you can feel it just vibrates. I've got a stone, just shy of 2 stone to go, basically, to get to my goal weight. Which, you know, that's pretty good. By the time I get there, I'll have lost 5 stone with Slimming World and 6 stone overall, which is insane. And by the time this video goes up, it's about a year since I started Slimming World, so 3 and a bit stone in a year is really good going, and hopefully that means it's more meaningful of weight loss rather than it just all falling off in one go. Would I have liked more? Yes. Do I accept that 3 stone is a lot to lose anyway? Also yes. So I'm quite happy with that. Summer isn't here, she's downstairs. We're waiting for Amazon to come with the rest of our groceries. My yoghurt. And Graham's yoghurt. And then we're just going to chill out. Hopefully Borderlands all afternoon, which will be really nice. So yeah, I will see you all next time. Ugh. Itchy back. I hope you all have a wonderful June. We get to get another quiet month for us. It's Summer's 11th birthday, so we're hoping to take her to Beamish. We're hoping to go to Beamish. Her birthday's on the Friday and I'm off on the Friday. So we're going to take her to Beamish for the day because she's never been. So she's getting to become a little travelling sprocker. She's loving it. Go to have fish and chips, have a drink, have some ice cream. Winner, winner. And that's about it for June, I think. Not much else planned, I don't think. Apart from my run, obviously. I'll try to see if I can film after my run, because I don't have to wait all the way till August to tell you about it. But it's going to depend, because I think the run is like literally the end of the month. But we'll see. I could just try and fit my Floss Tube in on the Monday or something or whatever, so I can tell you all about it and show you like my... Hopefully you get a medal and stuff. We'll see. So yeah. Have a lovely month. I'll see you all next month, and hopefully I'll have some more whips and stuff to show you, and hopefully some more little Guinea Stitching releases. Stay tuned. Bye.